I think now we are recording finally. I will create this short video for you, and in order to help all of you to develop your research method activity, which is the number 11. Um, we're gonna make a shortcut. I'm gonna try to make it easy with all of you, but also that we can learn together, right? Because I want that you are ready on this, like I always say. So let's do it together. If you wanna move your video forward, because what I'm doing you already did, do it, because I'm gonna start from zero, creating the Google form, and majority of you know this, but I will do from zero. So you will see I will stay some time creating the form that you already did to collect the data and then to create a report using Google Form and PowerPoint. That's what I will use today to make it nicer, faster, easier, and also that you can learn. So let's do it together right away. So remember, as I always tell you, go, let me see if you are seeing my screen. Yes, you are. So I'm going to visit www.google.com, right? Use your personal Google. My recommendation, if you are creating a report, when you go to Google, you will see if you have more than one account, you will see that you have a picture of you or your initial usually. So if you have more than one account in your computer or in your phone or in your tablet, you will see something like this, like I'm seeing now, but try to use, this is a Reformed University account. I will change to my personal to create my Google form because it's easier for you to send to everybody. I'm recording here. Let's go. So now, as I always tell you, let's go to the little dots next to your picture or your initial. Once you are to the dot in the dots, we're gonna go to down, 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 and we're gonna click on forms. In this purple little page, you click on that. Once you click on that, you click on the plus sign that you will see in the corner. You are doing with me? You know how to do this? I know. So this is the step one, creating my Google form. We did that long time ago, but let's see it again. If you did it, you can keep moving until I do what you want to do. So I'm gonna call this form. Again, I'm gonna keep using the social media behavior because it's a little bit um, it's easy for us now to make a quick example. So, as I was doing with you, do you use social media? Remember, this topic, you will do about one topic in specific and you will add something that you are interested about. Okay, like I always tell you. I will, like the machine is giving me suggestions, so I'm gonna add all the suggestions. Actually, I did click on add all and the machine add the suggestion for me, okay? So then I click on plus, add a question, and then I add another question. We're gonna do a form with 5 questions. Remember, this is a free tool that all of you can use in your project, in your business, in your stores, in the business that you are working for or that you will be working in the future. So do you use social media? Do you use social media? Yes, no, maybe. Those I don't like so much maybe here, but let's leave it like that. So, how much time I am doing this question quickly, so I don't want to take too much time elaborating good question right now to make your example, but try to take your time, elaborate good question, make a test, submit to some people to see if they understand the questionnaire in the real life example, and then you can submit it to all your database. Here, I remember we are not using real database because it's a supposition of research, but use your database will be your friends, Reformer University colleagues, family members, overseas, family members inside the US, it doesn't matter. You just send the link to them and you are free of this. How much time do you use in social media? So, how much time do you use in social media? Let's say this way, okay? Remember, this is an example. How frequently? Let me say how frequently, okay? How frequently? Let's say daily. I know I made a mistake writing this word. I think I did, but looks like no. Looks like it's, I don't know. Daily, weekly, bi-weekly. It's an example. Or monthly. So now I have two questions. I'm going to click on plus sign. And I will add another question, okay? How many hours? Per day you spend using your phone. Let's say more than 12. I cannot count. This is me creating question, okay? You know, more than 12, I cannot count. 2, 3 hours. Less than 3. Less than 2. Okay. And now next question, plus sign. So now we have 1, 2, 3 question, okay? What is your favorite phone platform? So let's say Android. It's gonna be multiple choice, okay? So it's gonna be, I delete this option 1 because some of you are leaving this. You don't need to leave this. Android, iPhone, and add other, just in case. Okay, so next one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm doing kind of questionnaire about social media behavior. That's the remember, you always will have a topic that you want to request to your customer, okay, to your population. That is, you will do it about one topic, usually market topic about preference in the market, use of the different products and service available. Some of you are doing more academic, healthcare, etc., but the majority focus on market, okay? So what's your favorite phone platform? I say Android, iPhone, other. And then now for the last question, actually, yeah, this is the last one. Why you prefer the platform selected? Let's say multiple choice, easy use, I'm gonna say popular. This is why the customers prefer Android or iPhone, okay? Easy use, popular, more options, affordable, more affordable, and let's put others, okay? Remember, we did this kind of in quick mode. Okay, I'm done. I have my 5 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5. Once I have 5, I'm going to click on send. And then I click on the center, you see, and then shorten URL. Control C. With this link, I'm able to distribute to my family, to friends, to Reformed University classmates, to put it on dashboard like you did in the class, so the classmates can help you to complete your, let's call it fake, survey or your supposition survey, your example survey to learn about marketing survey methods in this class. So imagine I'm distributing my survey to everybody, my friends, etc., and they are completing my survey. So they will do something like this. And this is awesome tool for your life because you can do many things with this. So I'm going to submit a lot of responses because I'm doing an example with you. This is what your friend, classmate, etc. will do when they are completing this for you. The good thing to collect data that is real is that you will have the real thinking, the real process of your consumer, and will help you to learn more about the consumer, about the customer, about the population that you are serving with your marketing research method project. Okay, so in the meantime, I'm talking. What I'm doing is completing service. Imagine that I am your customer and you got 3,000 customers and they are completing the survey for you. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm duplicating myself now. Duplicating myself, and actually I'm not thinking what I'm answering. I'm just answering something so I can give you the example. Let me see if I'm recording. Stay in the call. Okay. Yeah, because if not, we lose this. Submit another. I'm going to try to submit some, okay? If you did this step, you don't have to stay. You can forward a little bit the video until I keep going. And, I will show you something else now. I'm doing this from zero because I have some community that need more guidance than others. In this question, you see, do you use social media? The question saying no. So here, how frequently you use social media? I have to put an option that says no applicable. So you see, I made a mistake as a researcher here, okay? Just to let you know, because that's why we have to take time to create the questionnaires. It cannot be something without texting, without, because if you do that, we make mistakes in the order of the design of your questionnaire, and we don't want that. Okay, now I have my answers ready. I don't know. I forgot how many answers I collect. I think about 5. So when I look at this, do not collect. Look what it says. Collect email address, do not collect. You can collect email address of your customer if you want. So once I'm done, I imagine I distribute all my questions. Look what I have. I have 9 responses. Actually, I'm going to do one more to have 10 responses. So you can complete your questionnaire by yourself if you are not if you don't have the certain amount of question. What is a good amount of question? Well, for this practice, actually any amount is good. 5 is good. Less than that, 10 is good. 20, 30, of course, it's always better to collect more. So let's go to now our responses. You see, I have 10. How I'm going to create my assignment 11, which is this with the shortcut that I'm going to teach you today. We're just going to create a PowerPoint. So I will open my PowerPoint. I will open a new PowerPoint. This is another example I create for you. New. I will do blank presentation. So we start from 0. I'm going to choose a design of my PowerPoint just for you to show how I do. Let me choose some kind of design here. Oh, this is horrible. I mean, if you use it, it's fine. But okay, so social media behavior, I'm going to call it like this. Behavior, and I will add always every time I creating a report, March 2024. I put the name of my department, of my company. If I have a research company, research method project. Let's call it like this. And let's say the university, because in this case we are working something in the school. So let's do that. You identify your project, okay? And something important, save it, save as. in this PC, I will choose this PC desktop, and I will call social media behavior example. I will call example because it's an example for you. So once I have the first page, I hit this page and I click on the right. Actually, not necessary. I'm gonna click here in insert and then new slide. And then the most important slides that I don't want that you miss when you are doing any project, introduction. A survey was created to detect the behavior of the consumer. You don't have to use caps lock. I'm using caps lock as an example, okay? Let me make sure I'm recording because then we lose it. Okay, we are here. So a survey created to detect the behavior of the consumer using devices and technology was created in order to determine the preference. Let me put this bigger because I know I'm sharing my screen. To determine the preference of the population in order to, the same, I put the same again, but to provide them service according to their needs, okay? It's an example. You can be creative and add your own comments. Remember, there are some mistakes here. I'm doing quickly, so you have the example. And, I keep writing here. I like to write that a little bit more in real life to give some introduction, but I'm going to leave it until now. And I'm going to hit insert new slide. So I will say methodology. I always talking about this methodology. What is the methodology? What happened? Quantitative survey distributed to, let's say I distribute to, because remember this is an example for the school. I say, some of you put the link in the dashboard. So how many students we have in this? Let's say if we have 50 distributed to 50 persons, because talking about Reform University student, okay? Or family or friends, whatever. So, and remember, when you have your database of Amazon, database of any company, you will have how many customers, how many persons they give you in the database or you have in your database. So you will know how many people you reach to obtain the data. Like when I send if I send a survey to Reform University student, I will know that Reform University is around 310 students. So I will say I distributed to the population of Reform University that is 330. And then answer the questionnaire. It's true because we just have 10 questions. It was my own answers, but it's an example. So 10 answer the questionnaire. The questionnaire was self-administrated using Google Forms and provided, let's say this is an example, and provided by email to the database. Database is together, database. The answers were processed using the Google Forms tools and reported in order to obtain conclusions that help us to create better solutions to customer. Okay, I don't gonna stay forever here because we're gonna make the video too long and you're gonna get tired quickly. So let's leave it like that. But you have an idea how you put what you put in methodologies, what you did, how you did, and when you did it. More or less. That's what it's about. So I will put a little bit more here and that's it. New page, the best. Results. Actually, I like to put like this because that's my style. All of you will have a different style than me, but I want that you learn, to do the best way possible. So I'm gonna make a cover page for my results, okay? Now I will go into my results. When I'm gonna get my results? Of course, you will get your results in Google Forms. Here, you got it. Vielka, but how I transfer this to PowerPoint? Look at this corner. I am in responses. Oh, let me explain you something real quick that I explained you before, but let's do it again. I wanted to pull up my answer. How I go? The same process. I go to my Google account. Okay, I go to my little dots in the top and I click on Google Forms and I will go to my last survey that I create for the class. And I will click on responses, see here in the center, and this is my responses. I click on copy, and I go to my PowerPoint, and then I click paste. I can do right click and just paste it. You see, I'm selecting the one with the brush. If you don't want to do like this, you do Control V and you copy too, okay? Control V, copy everything. So, first question is social media use. Social media use. You see, we got 10 responses. Something that I always ask you because I want that you get used to do. Text box, insert text box. And here, add your analysis. What is the analysis? I always ask you this. The analysis will be, what happened here? What happened here? The analysis, oh my goodness, I made a mistake. I can undo here and I will put this a little bit smaller. Insert, tell you text box and I will do like this and I will say 30% of the um, mm, sample. I don't have to say sample this one in this moment, but I can say sample or customer, depending what I'm working. I didn't know what to say because this survey was general. I did it just for educational purpose. But 30% of the sample stated that they use social media. So, social media, which is not true in the real life because this is too small. Okay, let's go. New insert, new slide. Second. Now we are in the second. Let's go back to Google Form. Second question, copy. And how frequently you use social media? 40% say weekly. So this is my analysis. I'm going to go to my PowerPoint. I'm going to do right click. I'm going to click on this little note with the brush or just click on paste or just Control V, paste. And then we say that 50% say bi-weekly. So it's I'm going to put this frequency. It's just to add a title, like something related to the question. Actually, I like to frequently. Let's do it like that. And then insert text box below each graphic. This is live knowledge for your life. So below, and also added in the assignment. So below I will say that 40% of my population, 40% stated that they use social media bi-weekly. And this is another thing that I always do. In the other hand, say 50% mention it. I did this wrong because I have to do opposite order. The biggest first, okay? It's okay. Mention it. They actually 40 say weekly. You see, we have to report the right. I made a mistake here. You saw? And then 50% mention it. They use social media in bi-weekly basis, I think I can say. And I can talk about every single result. And 10% stated they do monthly. So once I have my 5 graphic and I do the same process with all of them, insert, new slide, I go to my Google form, I hit copy, I have 2 more missing, you see? 2 more missing, I hit on copy, I go to my PowerPoint, I go to paste, I can do Control C, Control V to paste, and then hours. Okay, spent, let's say hours spent, the same process. Insert a text box, and here what happened. So you will see that the majority of the customer stated that they use 2-3 hours. So I can go ahead and say the majority stated that they use 2-3 hours. Okay, I keep going, right? Once I'm done, I just did 3, for example, but you're gonna make 5, insert new slide, and the most important is conclusions and recommendations. What I'm gonna do with the data? What I'm gonna suggest to the market? So you see, if we say that 30% of the samples say that they use social media, making an example that we're gonna use this. So taking in consideration that 30% use social media, it's necessary to provide solutions to increase the use of advertising is an example. Advertising of the brands. So the population that use social media can be reached. This is me, okay, creating an example. But if regarding every single one, create more conclusion, not just one, okay? So let's see the next. A lot of people say they use the social media bi-weekly. So again, I think I will say the same here. But I can say regarding the frequency, is recommendable. And what you recommend? You are good on this, recommending stuff, because you recommend me a lot of stuff all the time in the class. Once you are done with this, you just click on save. You go and submit your assignment. I will do the example for you. Save. I already clicked save as. So I'm gonna go to my assignment, which is the I'm gonna see it as a student. View course as a student. So that's what you see. I go to assignment and I will go to the assignment 11. I click on that. It says Guide for Marketing Research. I will drop attachment here, and I forgot what name I put to this. I forgot social media. So I put social media behavior in desktop. I save it in desktop. Social, where is my thing? I save it in somewhere. Let me save it in desktop so I can show you how I will do. Uh, I think save as this PC. Yeah, it was in another place. Desktop, save. Social media behavior, yes. So now I'm ready to send my assignment. Put a little bit of love on this assignment because, we did an example quickly. But the most important that I want that you learn is how you will use the data to improve your organization. Okay, I'm not finding the file now. Oh, it's here. Look, it's here. So I click on my file, open, and I just post, and I'm good to go. I did it. So that's my assignment. Send, and your teacher will grade for you. And most important than the assignment, like I always tell you, is this is the foundation to create your own projects of research that you can provide by yourself as business owner, as a consultant, or for your own project or for another business that you are dealing. So this is a great way to create your own resources and your own project. So please send this assignment. It's very easy. I am not asking now to go back to lesson 1 to 3. No, I just want to ask you to report what you got because you already did all the steps. So I'm going to be happy with that. And see you soon. See you next week. Be ready and put all your love on this assignment because we're going to learn a lot.